Welcome into Tap with Marika. Are you suffering from a serious or so-called incurable disease? I can relate to you. I've been there. I would like to share my personal story with you now in hope that it will empower you and it will help you see that our biggest challenges are also our biggest opportunities for growth. Growing up, I was a sickly child on antibiotics a few times a year for sore throats, ear infections, sinus infections, or UTIs. Since 12 years old, I also suffered from asthma, which prevented me from getting good night's sleep most nights during summers. Any strenuous activity would make me gasp for air, and the occasional asthma attack would make me not want to live. I know many of you can relate to this. And it did not help to hear from medical health professionals that this is how I will have to live for the rest of my life. I refuse to believe that. The medications prescribed by doctors helped only a little, so my parents took me to various healers. In the Czech Republic, where I grew up, it was and still is a pretty common option. These holistic health practitioners gave me a good introduction into fascinating aspects of healing, into homeopathy, herbs, human energy field, extrasensory perception, and also gave me a good insight into limitations of these techniques. They did not help me, not at that time. But I was determined to get as healthy as I could. What other option did I have? So I learned, as I was growing up, yoga, massage, homeopathy, and mainly detoxification. And I applied all these techniques to myself, and I got better. But it wasn't until I dramatically changed my diet when all my physical symptoms resolved. I no longer had asthma or allergies, my gums healed, I stopped getting cavities. I didn't need antibiotics for the last 2 decades of my life. And mainly, I woke up from what felt like a lifelong low-level depression I didn't know I had. It was a miracle. I didn't know life can be so fun. In my mid-30s, I didn't think I could or needed to get any better, but I was guided to EFT, Emotional Freedom Techniques. I downloaded the instructions from Dr. Mercola's Holistic Health website, where at that time the founder of EFT, Gary Craig, promoted his newly developed technique. I fell in love with it as soon as I started testing it on myself. There were numerous traumatic events in my life, and I applied tapping into all of them one by one. In the process, I felt my shoulders getting relaxed and drop. My hips got looser. I became calmer, happier. My 2 small children back then got a much happier version of their mom. And that's when I realized that right after diet, emotional toxins or toxic emotions and stress are the biggest contributors to dis-ease. Nowadays, I still tap almost every day just to get a tune-up, get a better focus in my work or when something comes up. It is my calling to share what I learned with you, and I wish that you find what moves you forward on your path. And if it is tapping, I will be honored to guide you.